supposed to have allegiance to me, Sister Karima. Just like in reality, you were the one who wronged me. But I did not cause your action to kick you out. I did not kick you out of my website. And I demanded that you be unmuted. Because I have allegiance to you. And I want the best for you, even though you disrespected me. Even though you spoke out of turn, you know, my allegiance is to you, my sister. Okay? This is how we're supposed to be, guys. But unfortunately, Muslims today, we have gotten away from this. We are so quick to call each other out of our name, to find fault with each other, to damn each other. Then we go off backbiting and slandering and hurting each other. This is not Islam. Allah tells us in the Quran, in the interpretation, the meaning, if two people from amongst the believers fight each other, then make peace and reconciliation between them. This is how we're supposed to be as Muslims. Okay? You have a problem with me, and I got a problem with you. We should try to work it out because we are sisters in Islam. We're supposed to overlook all this negativity and focus on the good that we can bring together. Okay? But unfortunately, the Muslims today have gotten away from this concept because they do not understand what Walaa and Baraa is all about. Okay? So thus, guys, Islam requires us as Muslims to be brothers, along with the fact of them fighting and transgressing against each other. And Allah has given the order for us to make reconciliation between one another. It is obligatory, and I repeat, it is obligatory, and I repeat again, it is obligatory for us as Muslims to show allegiance to one another, even if you feel that somebody wronged you, another Muslim wronged you and overstepped his limits with you. You should never put an unbeliever before a Muslim. Let me give you guys an example. Those other two sisters who came here before a couple of months ago, you know, they should have never joined parties with Caitlin. Remember? They left here and joined up with Caitlin and started writing all kind of slanderish bad things about me and this website. You sold out your sister in Islam and you joined up with a kafir to slander your sister in Islam. Astaghfirullah. This is a person who has no concept of allegiance, no understanding of Walaa and Baraa. Okay? So again, guys, we have to work on this. Our allegiance should be to each other, should be to the Muslims. You never take the non-Muslims over them. Okay? We have to learn to love the things Allah loves and to hate the things that Allah hates. Okay? So again, this is one of the biggest problems that we face today with Muslims. Sometimes we'll come upon some Muslims, guys, who innovate in our religion. And believe it or not, guys, most people who innovate, they innovate out of ignorance. Most people innovate because they don't know that what they're doing is an innovation. Just like many of you come to the website and you used to blow in your hands and wipe over your face and dua because you thought this is what you're supposed to do. And when you found out that it's not part of making dua, you stopped doing it. Most people innovate out of ignorance. So before you cut them off, what you should do is sit down with this person and explain the sunnah to them. But this is not what we find happening today. We find Muslims having no allegiance to each other. We're quick again to find fault. You see your sister in Islam or your brother in Islam innovating, You know, instead of you sitting down with him and explaining to him or her that what they're doing is not from the Sunnah, you're quick to boycott them, cut them off, slander them, and all this. No, this is not Islam, guys. We need to understand when it comes to the concept of allegiance and enmity, guys, the people can be divided into three different categories. The first category of people, these are the people whom we should sincerely love and have allegiance to and show no enmity towards them at all. The people of this category, these are the true believers, the prophets, the truthful ones, the righteous ones, you're the scholars, okay? These are people who we should have nothing but sincere love for. The people who dedicate their lives, you know, to teaching us our religion, keeping us on the Sunnah, who sacrifice their time. This is why we tell you guys, one of the worst sins you can do, for example, is to slander a scholar. To talk about the people of knowledge. The people of knowledge who have sacrificed so much of their lives and time to try to keep you upon the truth. And now you want to sit back and slander them? You want to sit back and hurt them? You want to talk about them? You want to put them down? Okay? These are people that we should have nothing but love and allegiance to. And no enmity towards them whatsoever. That's the first group of people. The second category of people are those whom we should purely hate and have enmity for and no love and allegiance for them at all. This category, these are the unbelievers, the hypocrites, the apostates. Now, I got a couple of sisters here at this website, Sister Zanuba and Sister Heather. These are two sisters who are always asking me about apostates because they have a friend in common who apostated. And they ask me all the time, can we still be friends with them? No. These people are enemies to Islam. This person has rejected Allah, has rejected the Prophet, rejected the Sunnah, rejected our way of life. So you should have nothing for this person except enmity, no love whatsoever for them, no allegiance whatsoever for them. Cut this person off. You should not be sitting there telling this person that you love them, even if this person was a relative of yours. Remember, guys, Allah tells us in the Quran, in the interpretation, the meaning, you will not find any people who truly believe in Allah and the last day loving those who resist Allah and His Prophet, even if they were their fathers or their sons or their brothers or relatives. If you are a person that truly loves Allah, you would have nothing to do with someone who you know apostated. These people will be in the lowest level of the hellfire. Also, Allah tells us in the interpretation, the meaning, O you who believe, do not take as intimate friends and protectors your fathers, your brothers, if they love or unbelief over faith. If any do so, then they are wrongdoers. So again, guys, there's your answer. Sister Zanuba, Sister Heather, here's your answer. How do we deal with an apostate? An apostate falls in the category of a person whom we have no allegiance to whatsoever. We have no love for them whatsoever. We have nothing for that person except for pure enmity. That means we have nothing else to do with that person. We give them no help, no aid, no nothing unless they come back to the truth. So that's the second category of people. And then we have the third category of people. This category includes those who are to be loved and shown allegiance to on one hand, and they are to be hated and showed enmity to on another hand.